Here's the claim. Prophet Muhammad, as a Muslim I have to say, peace be upon him, was a warlord, and the refutation to this claim is plain ignorance. Let me break down to why. The definition of warlord typically describes someone who uses military force for personal gain, territorial expansion, or dominance without regard for justice or a broader moral framework. Basically, a king who fights and hurts innocents for his personal gain. No one, and this is my claim, that has actually looked into the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would or could ever claim this ridiculous statement. Why? Well, first off, let's summarize what he did before and after he became a prophet, a leader, and gained power, so that we can scratch off a little bit the surface of such claiming people, respectfully. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, got his first revelation at the age of 40, and so became a prophet. Before that though, he had a hard, also a humble life. He, peace be upon him, lost his father before he was born, his mother at the age of 6. Later his grandfather took him, however he also passed away after 2 years of his mother. Then his uncle took him, they experienced some poverty. So to help his uncle, he, peace be upon him, started working at a young age, around 12, as a shepherd. Now wait a minute, we're not done yet. In his mid-teens, he accompanied his uncle on trading journeys, started his merchant business, and later in his 20s, he was given the title Al-Amin, meaning the trustworthy one, all around the country. So much so that his morality got even recognized by one of the wealthiest people in Mecca, who was a woman, and she initiated a marriage proposal to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because of his ethics. By the way, he was 25 when he got married. Moving forward, the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, continues for 50 more years, peacefully. But, be that as it may, all of this is about to change after he becomes a prophet. Age 40. The first revelation has been revealed, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, appointed with a task that is so significant, but also it is going to be very hard on him for years to come. That is separating the monotheistic belief, like Prophet Moses did, like David did, like Jesus did. Okay, I won't enter this topic because I know that certain people be like, no, Jesus didn't say what you said, he actually preached Holy Triangle, etc. This is not the topic of this video. Moving on. After the beginning of the prophethood, what do you think happened? Well, some Islamophobes might guess, now Muhammad, peace be upon him, starts his evil plans to conquer the world. Then let me surprise you. That's not what happens. Instead, his people, except a handful of believers, expelled him from their country, boycotted him for years. He got stoned by people just because he preached monotheism. He got poisoned, thrown, and got attacked during his prayer. Lost his uncle, who was dear to him, in a battle. His wife, because of the physical hardship, lost 5 of his 7 children after his prophethood. There are more and more, and this goes for 20 years until he conquers Mecca. The point is, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is not a warlord because he has been offered to be richest of the richest, to be among the leaders who rule the land, to have the most beautiful woman all for himself, and this only happened at the beginning stages of his prophethood. So the disbelievers who offered all these material desires said, take all of this, Muhammad, peace be upon him, however leave Islam, but he rejected.
Please.
Boom. As for battles, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, involved around 80 to 100 military engagements. Though notice that I said military engagements, because many of these are small engagements like raiding, and the major battles that include real fighting have been recorded only around 9. Now wait, we're not done yet. Considering all these battles that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, engaged in, none of them was to force people to convert or separate the message through war. All these military engagements on a bigger scale has happened because of self-defense, responding threats, and freedom of religion. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized that fighting is primarily for defensive purposes and not for gaining power or territory. Guess why? Because this is what the Quran teaches. Fight in the way of Allah, those who fight against you, but do not transgress. Indeed, Allah does not like transgressors. Conclusion, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is clearly not a warlord that has defined as. His rejection to offered power and glory shows his sincerity in faith, and his actions and views on ruling militaries in wars, such as commanding to be a defender rather than a fighter, not killing a woman, children, nor elderly in the battle, avoiding unnecessary casualties, including killing of animals and plants, shows his peaceful actions in war, which is not something you see in a warlord, is it? Oh, and I forgot to mention, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a very brave man. He fought at the front lines with his companions, and there's even a hadith where a companion stated that when the battle becomes intense, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the one standing closest to enemies, and the companions even seek protection by his standing behind them. What a man! Or, as Gen Zs say, real OG. Though this might surprise you, unless you are following me so far. In the whole life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, including all the battles he attended to, he only killed 1 person in his life. Despite fighting at front lines, he broke the swords of the enemies and scared them away to minimize the bloodshed. And the person who was killed by Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a man who swore to kill the Prophet during a battle. Or he gets to be killed. So, yeah, as you can guess, he died. next to his arrogance. That's it. This is all I'm going to say for this video. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not a warlord. And those who claim he is are ignorant.